Have you ever looked back and felt heavy about a past regret? I have those negative feelings too. For the longest time, I didn't know what to do with them. Hi, I'm Joyce Li. Some people call me the PhD Grandma. I'm passionate about helping busy professionals like you live flourishing lives through simplicity and meaningful work. Today, I want to talk about regrets and how regrets can lead to happiness, deeper relationships, and growth. As stated by the best-selling author Daniel Pink, there is power in regrets. Whether you're bothered by something from your past and wish you have done something differently, or regret about not taking certain actions. Like many of you, I was trained to be analytical. I do well in problem solving, providing arguments to reason things out, or figuring out the pros and cons of certain decisions. And I'm drawn to focus on results and outcomes more than dealing with the messier and deeper work of human relationships. To put it bluntly, it is easier to treat human interactions as transactional, such as people help me get things done, checked. And once the task was completed, I moved on without truly acknowledging them. We take people for granted, and I learned that's a costly mistake. This mentality was the crux of my biggest regrets. In Chinese culture, the word regret, 遗憾, refers to something terminal. There's no turning back. The wrong cannot be reversed, undone, or redone. To learn from past regret, I have to share with you two people that I failed to honor. I am who I am today because of one person who went out of his way to support me and make my dream come true in coming to California to study and finish my university degree. Not only did he graciously send us a $600 check for me to buy a plane ticket, he not only gave us money, he made sacrifices, such as in the middle of his living room, he made a room specially for me so that I can rest comfortably and study. After I graduated with my bachelor degree, I went on my lucky journey to start working in Hong Kong, pursue a career, and build a family. Yet, I never properly acknowledged my gratitude towards his generosity and care. I did not honor him the way he deserved. For many years, I seldom kept in touch with him, other than those few phone calls during Christmas times. Then one day, I received news from his family that uncle passed away. I jumped on a plane to California the next week to attend his funeral with a heavy heart. Though I shared my deepest condolences and gratitude towards my uncle's generosity, I made a speech during his funeral service. It would have been more appropriate and effective if I would have said those words while he's still alive. The second person was someone even closer, my father. I can share with you many stories of gratefulness from my family of origin. My regret towards my father was failing to tell him how I appreciated his effort in raising us, and to acknowledge the hardship and toil that he went through when we were young. His perseverance impacted me deeply. I wish I had told him that I understood his hardship and anguish when the family ran out of food on a Sunday night, when he did not have enough money to pay the next month's rent, when he had to close down the restaurant business with humiliation because that restaurant just didn't attract enough customers to keep it going, and those times when he came home empty-handed. In 1997, I visited him in the hospital the day before his heart surgery. We chatted about many things, and I even sang him a song, but I never told him the things I needed to say. I thought I'm going to wait until he get better. I thought I want to wait until he get released from the hospital after the surgery. But he never woke up from the 6-hour surgery. These two stories share the same failure pattern. Why was I so short of words? Why was it so difficult to tell someone that you acknowledge their support, their sacrifices, their toils, their hardship, and their heartache? I was still searching for the exact answers why. But now I'm committed to do something differently. I would pick up the courage and say these words to someone who believed in me before I believed in myself. I would sit down with them and look them in the eyes and say, I know this must be hard for you, and I really appreciate your support. I thank you for what you have done. I thank you for being there, and this means a lot to me. Thank you for giving me those 2 Blue Jays tickets, and let me enjoy the game. I hope you realize how important it is to say these words to someone while they're still here. Having conversations like this is the most meaningful. And now I know I need to practice on it. It doesn't come naturally. I'm not sure about your culture, but in the Chinese culture, we seem to only talk about negative things. We just point our fingers when things go wrong, but we never acknowledge or put words into things about appreciation or acknowledgement. We just don't do that. These conversations create a natural bond between you and the person. This bond is the root of a deep relationship. Deep relationships are crucial to well-being. In fact, from the Global Flourishing Study, a study involving 200,000 participants across cultures and continents, informs us that building close social relationships is one of the 6 core domains of human flourishing. It is not a bonus, but is foundational to living the good life. Whether you grew up in Hong Kong, Canada, or USA, this is universal. Even though the profound feeling of regrets still will surface from time to time, they are there to remind us to act appropriately while there is still time. Consider these. Make the overdue visits to a nursing home. Make a date with your spouse. Have a meal with your children. To put away all the cell phones and TVs and just focus on each other. Show your appreciations in words and in deeds, in person or via chats, via emails. Build each other up through words of encouragement, acknowledgement, and generosity. If you're wondering how to build strong relationships, especially it doesn't come easily for you naturally, I have my next video for you. For now, I want to leave you with this. What is the one regret that is leading you to act today?